York or some shit like this. No, because this place, you're going to be a business analyst. I have to explain this to you. Here's how this works. Every job, every employee brings a marginal increase to the company value. And this place, they took a look at it. And they're like, oh, no. The marginal increase in value, the marginal increase in market capitalization would bring into this position would be completely nullified, like put us into a negative territory if a cop ever does their job and ends up killing a black dude. Could you imagine this chick's at her desk and she gets a fucking CNN push alert and goes, oh my god, racist cops like
okay, that means you know just done 6 on scene, single residential facility, self-destroying home, 3,000 gas, investigating, in the sense of 5 frames.
They don't want to deal with that. They just want you to work. They don't want a social justice warrior. They don't want somebody saying, I'm going to kill white people. I'm going to stab white people. Even if it's a poor joke and a bad analogy, they don't want the missile. Your marginal increase in value is completely offset by the fact that you're crazy, bitch. You're absolutely absurd. So they make the full right move. And by the way, she's upset that this place doesn't stand up against fighting for racism, and she makes TikToks like this.
So I genuinely thought that this is a slur used to oppress white people and silence them. Like, I had no idea that you guys were being called Cracker Taffy, 8 Mile, Albino Betty, Rocker, Cracker Jack, Dog, Fucker, Eggy, Secret Stick, Hillbilly, Keebler, Mayflower, Mayonnaise. Like, shit! Like, it's been used to
Returns clear and valid. Pierre L. Lincoln Shanks out of Dalton. The blue 2020 Chevy hatchback. No 27 returns.
You don't understand that. You're a racist idiot. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching this. With these lefties falling on their own cancel culture swords out there.
I'll be clear, I was unable to get that vehicle unlocked. I'll be in after that second. Can't help it, 13.
Oh no, birds and squirrels. Call the police.
We cycle, but it's a good 5 minutes. Keeps me a problem. Did you know the Allison? You get a little bit. There's the eastbound, westbound lights on the west side of the bridge.
I want to share just a small selection of what your own troops are saying.
How are your meetings going in Cornwall? How are your meetings going here in Cornwall?
So, heavy fire showing off the Charlie side. No occupants outside. Engine 1 will be stretching up 50% going in for fire attack will be in the offensive post. Engine 1 will have 1, 2, 3 main street minutes. I understand the North offense, the offensive side. Charlie side.
That we are even contemplating something like critical race theory, where children will be separated by their skin color
Battalion ones are out.
permanently oppressors or oppressed in 2021. That is not to be.
You remember how hard the media fought against Donald Trump's suggestion that
Gavin McCoy or
coronavirus came from China. Came from, not just from China, but from a lab in China. Right? Remember, because he called it the China virus, he called it the Wuhan. People have called it the Wuhan.
Gotcha, motherfucker.
Remember how hard. Well,
Let's go ahead and escalate
you know,
the alarm to the box.
recently,
Where's your
there's been
girl?
a little
70
bit
days
of
to
huge
100.
change on this. I don't know if you guys have been following it.
Message
There's
received.
been a little bit
Box
of
alarm, sending gas 100 to the box level.
about origins of coronavirus, the virus that crippled the United States in an election year.
Got his ass with fire.
Now we're starting to get evidence
entity.
maybe there was some control of the information, investigations into the origins of this thing. Something that, again, Trump was lambasted. The media ran full on with the story that Trump was wrong about this, Trump was lying, none of this is happening, and now we're starting to see some grassroots. Let's talk about what's going on.
You guys got inside.
Mike, I'm Nick Mercado of Mercado Law, small law firm in Central Minnesota. I'm also a legal and political commentator on YouTube.
53 seconds, Devin.
Whenever you're watching, hit that like button, subscribe button. Make sure you turn on your notifications. All right, so, no.
512, can you hear me?
I bet you $100 you guys traffic birds and squirrels before.
We have an Indian roll at 761 Double Jack.
According to the property manager, her address is going to be this address, apartment number 8.
Temper. I need a company for ventilation and a company for search.
Received. Squad 1 will be doing your ventilation. Squad 1 will be doing your search. They're incoming now.
I bet you $1,000 they trafficked birds and squirrels before.
Before.
For me, I'm gonna pick up on the stairs. Somebody else is going to the building.
Hey, your fucking firemen need to fucking your GPS or fucking learn the streets before they fucking leave the building instead of wasting time with a fake fire. I call them the Lost Boys. Invest in better GPS for the firemen, aka the Lost Boys.
One. Go ahead. One.
Ventilation complete. Make an entry, assist the fraud company with search.
The fraud company.
That's received.
Answer squad 1.
Go ahead, Squad 1.
You complete your search of the second floor. We'll be making our way down to the first floor.
Okay.
One will be joining you.
They're fucking building
And then
the park.
provision 1.
Go ahead and Google it. 123 Main Street. It's a fucking park.
Today to the crime scene, one citation.
It's not even a park, it's a parkway.
I mean, Rocky Riverside for the other driver.
And this bitch is a fucking child trafficker.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately. Elaine. Communication replaced 43648 Edward over Adam 43648 Edward over Adam.
We started to get some indication that maybe the media about COVID, which seemed to run
That's received.
directly behind the media
Okay, conference
around the
listening.
election itself. It's almost like
Last name is Nuttall Walker. First name is Sherry with a Y. That's in the middle, female, 5'7" to 70, 5'7" to 70. That's a good 10 minutes. I'm just going to try to.
So I'll check back with her and see if she needs it.
I'll wait for that before I share it with information.
To be very clear on this, this is a theory that has been around since coronavirus kind of kicked off. This theory is not looked upon favorably by the experts or by the YouTube or by social media, although they're starting to reevaluate these policies. I am not making a claim about the Wuhan lab leak theory. I'm an immunologist, a virologist, an epidemiologist. I don't know where it came from. Frankly, I don't care. I know it ruined the economy. I know it put a bunch of businesses out of business. I know that our country has been reeling for it. I know it allowed us, or it gave our, let me rephrase that real quick. It gave our politicians an excuse to exceed what we would consider constitutional authority and to take power into their own hands. It pointed out weaknesses amongst our governing class. Whitmer, my own governor, Governor Walz, Governor Gavin Newsom, Governor Cuomo, all of these people showed their true colors. The guy down in Kentucky, we saw extreme suppression of liberty in the face of a virus. We saw complicit.
Cycles are normal for the
Show the narrative about what happened. But I don't know what happened. I don't know where it came from. It's a guy. I have my thoughts. Those thoughts aren't relevant to this story. So I'm just being very clear for the purposes of YouTube. I'm not making any claims in this video about the validity of the Wuhan lab leak theory. I'm merely pointing out that it's now rising back into prominence and that some social media companies are rolling back their policies about covering this, including Facebook very, very famously rolling back their policy on covering this story. So here's the articles from Newsweek. It'll be in the description. I encourage you to check it out on your own, but we're going to take a gander through most of it here. Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and intelligence officials didn't want the world to know the Chinese government was trying to cover up the origins of COVID and that they were happy to stay focused on other things. And this is something we see all over with China. Everybody's afraid to talk about China because there's this uncomfortable reality that China is a very, very scary sort of rival on the global stage. I don't know how else to say it.
With Advent's unified payments platform, your business can say yes, like accept.
China has an extremely large military. They have a huge population base to draw from. They're a massive economic engine, resource rich. This is,
They got small dicks.
and we do a lot of trade. We have a lot of convenience coming out of China's exploitation of their own workers and the exploitation of their natural resources. Our administrations are very, very hesitant, and our big companies are very, very hesitant to draw to the seriously.
Chinese men have small dicks. Cash me outside later.
Check out answer.
After a 53, what color was it?
Bright orange.
Chinese men have small dicks. Cash me outside later. Chinese men have small dicks. Cash me outside later. Chinese men have small dicks. Cash me outside later. Chinese men have small dicks. Cash me outside later. It's already in the place, dude. You might as well let it fucking go.
122.
Chinese men have small dicks.
Okay.
That's why they're little faggots.
King Kong Car 7102.
You want to?
That'll conclude the drills and fire ops too for the day. Thanks for the help.
Enjoy your day.
Hey, you gotta remember, China's been fucking weakened by soy, boy. The fucking can't wear them little, well, you know what? So don't fucking worry about them. Remember, China's been fucking weakened by soy, boy.
Take cover me with 54 days. Emily 60, 10 4.
China may outnumber us, but we outman them.
Station, we paid Bourbonnais ambulance to 362 North Roy Street for a disabled subject that had their leg trapped in a recliner chair.
Oh, shit.
Definitely good.
Okay. Hey, Tommy, you trust this man out. 60, okay? Okay.
17. Ha 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 ha.
Serious criticisms on China because of the stuff we derive from them as part of our daily lives, and it is
Team advance 15 year status.
have an economic or armed conflict with them. So this is not a surprise that the officials were happy to stay focused on other things. The ex-Trump administration officials told Fox News there were folks all over the intelligence community talking about the possibility that COVID originated from the Wuhan Institute of Virology in China. This is a very popular early theory. It's never really lost popularity, but it has lost ability in the media. Very, very much. All at the same time. Again, let's remember that back in 2020, it was focused on one thing: Trump being out of office. That was their entire focus. All of their reporting, everything the media said in 2020, Trump administration, about COVID, about the pandemic, and literally everything needs to be viewed in the context that they openly admit they get together to get Trump out of office. I can't stress this enough. We were lied to by the media for a year because they hate us that much. So all of their reporting on all of this stuff, all of their policies, big tech and big social media, they're all in on it too. Again, read the Time article. It's right there. Read it. It's amazing. Okay. He also alleged that Team-based bureaucratic to declassify intelligence from the Wuhan lab share with the American public during the final year of the Trump administration. Speaking on the Ingram angle on Thursday, Pompeo said, "We work diligently to get the community to declassify more. former Director of National Intelligence, John Ratcliffe, was a great partner in trying to do that. There were folks all over the community who just didn't want to talk about this, wanted to stay focused on things. They didn't want the world to know that the Chinese Communist Party was in the process of covering up, it turns out, what might have been several million losses of life. Fox News host Laura Ingraham asked Pompeo what intelligence officials would want to cover for the Chinese government. The former Secretary of State said he would leave that to others to speculate. Earlier in the interview, Pompeo said there were big fights over declassification on COVID Georgian and pointed the finger at officials at the National Institute of Health. But he also praised the good work of the State Department team and noted that the Trump administration was able to publish information on activity in Crime Lab on January 15th. Newsweek was contacted with them for comment. Wall Street Journal first reported on May 23rd that 3 researchers from the Wuhan Institute of Virology published in November 2019 that they sought hospital treatment studying the U.S.
The more trees you have, the more birds you have. Those are eaten by the crows and the hawks and the falcons. We get them all. We get fucking turkey vultures. They don't come into the city, but you just go right outside the edge, next to the cornfield.
Contract for Ralph Sanders, Saturday at Cape County issued one. We don't have a bid. It was 3,000 to percent apply to the one. And the 60, which hospital is that again? Can you send an engineer location? Okay.
Like 24 minutes.
Actually, good.
Mayo, Mary Adams, James Vaughn, David Edward Boy, Robert Adam, and Nora L. Lincoln. Mail 10/20/97, 10/20/97.
Yeah, comments in 6-2, 10 point page.
Maybe it's been around a little longer than, just the last week, I'm guessing, but it's just now popping into presence. The First Amendment Praetorians, they wear black t-shirts, shades of Mussolini's black shirts, right, which was his volunteer force, just like they had the bunch. They were volunteers. And they have a logo, which is the Roman helmet. The Rome, of course, was a republic for a brief time and then fell into tyranny after emperor behaved more and more like Donald Trump would like to. And last month,
correct, when he's paroled MSR
they
custody.
showed up for the MAGA event, and they said that they were there to keep out Antifa. You know, those Antifa folks, they're Antifa. There's never any Antifa. Instead,
we have your route, 362 North Roy.
Any politician that claims to believe in American values and kicks out reporters does not believe in American values. See the First Amendment, right? See the discussion. See,
See you later. Why the fuck is news in my algorithm? They got a fucking
How cool is that? A movie under the stars?
they got a one.
That's awesome, right? I love it. I love it. Anything really. Anything under the stars. Yeah, fabulous. I do feel, I know it's a heat wave. Right, exactly. So we're going to change the way from starting, but I started to feel that warm weather is kind of tickling in. Maybe this week's been kind of cool last year. And it has been. That's good because that's probably that's good.
Why are you
5:30
in
came
my
on.
algorithm?
Cameron, thank you for the question.
You can go ahead and return.
Experiencing next week. So we are in a warming pattern right now. We're getting warmer into the weekend, but it's next week when we're talking about dangerous enough for a lot of the counties. So taking a look at those highs that we had today, Marcella, we had a lot of the 80s across the valleys, also talking about some 70s along the coast. We had a mix of both and 104 in Laredo Springs today. It's a gorgeous sunny view from our Mount Soledad camera. It's looking pretty good out there. Mostly clear skies. 71 degrees currently for downtown. We also have calm winds and relative humidity at 57.
crazy QAnon lady. Red pilled about 2 years ago.
Did he used to be a Democrat?
Yeah, hardcore Democrat, actually.
You know, and I just met a gal, and I was going for a walk, and when I took her to say, hey, I love your beautiful smile, she just said, that's
When I walk down the street and I see people without a mask on, I say, sir, I'm not gay.
Just how many Americans believe in the Kennedy conspiracy? Recent polling from June shows it's around 15%.
6802. Low if you can show 6802 returning.
Repeating on ambulance.
10-4. You see if Bourbon County is unit if it's a by 12. Okay.
Bradley's requesting if you have a unit available to assist with domestic comfort in female spray the male on the face pepper spray.
For anybody close. X44 from Bordeaux.
It comes up one. Okay.
Yeah, Gumbrella 45 is going to cover then.
45, okay.
Trudeau apartment number 8 to a protected suite.
That's one.
Can't come at 53. He attached me that Bradley column at 45 in armor.
That's one. Ten four. Station loaded. Continuing care. Okay.
well out of that car fire. Down to 5H. Cancom car 34 around. Cancom car 30 around.
Temper.
Cancom red labels 45 is going to be out.
Okay.
Cancom car 34 on the scene. Response department fire. I'll be out.
Temper.
Cancom 6.
Income 908 traffic stop. Only at 7,000 south and 7,000 east. Looking at Illinois 28, I think 10th plate. Paul 022880. Paul 022880. It'll be a white Chevy Impala. No accent. Yep. Please do be from India.
Cancom 35. Buddy says he doesn't need an email for any point available.
Okay.
Cancom 60 will be en route to Riverside.
60 going Riverside. X-ray 4453 or 7. X-ray 38, were you clear from that paper on agreement?
Engine 38, are you on? All units responding to surveillance for the car fire. You could slow down and fires out. Sherman, Sam, Henry, Edward, Robert, Mary, Adam, Nora. First name is William, common spelling.
clear, suspended, no valid.
For a white S10 Blazer, you could call them.
Temper. 613, just 43, I attached to extra control. Great one.
That's all. 401 from 3404, I copied your traffic. When 56 comes on the air, he'll be handling area east.
Temper. X-ray 44.
Good.
43, fires out with our vehicle fire, 356 South Oak and Shaban, fires out.
Wilson.
1014.
Okay, I got 614. I'll be on that detail. No need for status.
Temper 714, be addressed. Go ahead with it.
16 Washington, 7128, Charles X-ray 23526, Charles X-ray 23526. Roll conduct.
Five three eight, go ahead.
George 520-4307, 83.
King from 908. 908, stand by a moment. 714. Give me the last half of your plate again. I got Charles X-ray 23.
Charles X-ray 236.
908, go ahead. I'll be sending one more money. Temper.
Ben Robert 15.
Robert 15, go ahead.
You're going to change the corner from Bradley to Gilman, please. Okay, count ambulance 60 is out of Riverside.
You're going for Gilman. 1050, no injuries. 1029 West Longfellow. Subway. Temper.
Can't contact there. You go ahead and clear me all the information for report.
Temper. I just got a traffic complaint at Cobb Park. There was an ATV that was driving up and down Wildwood. Now parked in the grass area at Cobb Park on the northeast side. Looked at the left of me. Male black, white t-shirt and pants. I-46 on the street.
Fair cover. Okay, got 45 seconds.
27.
Go ahead.
That ATV just went north on an Evergreen.
Going north on Evergreen.
She might open up the alley.
Then
Okay, go.
go ahead.
Yeah, with a 1055 South Myrtle.
Patriot Army Corps.
Confirms. Jennifer.
Thank you. Head down here, please.
Okay. Yeah, can you put me on the Limestone Fire Department? There's a check. We'll need to send.
No,
I'm 613.
go ahead.
Oh,
Pepper. Pretty fair, they one issue. Well, your saddle.
Thanks for the training.
Launching system. So this is gonna hammer out I'll answer some questions, then we can start doing some. Hey everybody, due to YouTube censorship, we are not putting all of our videos up on this platform anymore. We want the full catalog of incendiary videos and over to Marvel Foxy or BitChute.
I called for 1050. Called in my password by X-Line Sportsman Club. It's the red Chevy in the ditch. The occupant is out of the vehicle. Doesn't appear anyone was injured.
Damn, a lot of people putting their cars out in the ditches in that area. That's the second one today coming out of there. Haha.
One, reference the subject that K-12 is at Riverside with. Is he going to have any additional charges other than the 99 or just the 99 in citation?
99 expectations. As this model.
If this woman so if she pulls her out of this situation, does she engage the police that she's been calling Nazis in order to like Joe Biden's Department of Justice is suggesting to a federal court that the federal government should be substituted in place of Donald Trump in an ongoing defamation lawsuit between Ian Jean and Carol and Donald Trump. She has sued Donald Trump for defamation, and now the Joe Biden Department of Justice is saying, no, Trump should not be the defendant here, rather the U.S. government should. What the heck is going on? Let's talk about it. Everything's okay. I'm Nick Regainer of Regainer Law, a small law firm in central Minnesota. I'm a lawyer. I'm also a legal and political commentator on YouTube and on Odyssey. Whatever you're watching, go ahead and like, hit subscribe, share the video around, turn on your notifications so you guys don't miss any of these videos, okay? All right, so
Yes, that 141.
this news, you can follow the link in the description if you want to read
Okay.
the article on your own, but we're going to take a look at it here. The Department of Justice is arguing now that Trump is not personally responsible for rude remarks made while president about
Mhm.
accuser Ian G. Carroll. Now, let me just suggest one thing real quick.
I reported a 10-7 cat in front of her garage at 493 South Rosewood Avenue. 1017 states 3060K.
Falsely accuses you of rape, and I don't know if that's what happened here.
You buy the 10-7 cat?
I don't know.
10-7 cat.
Trump did. Who knows? If someone falsely accuses you of rape,
I'll check on that for you.
is
Done right now.
too crude.
Super.
Let's just get that out there. Someone falsely accuses you of serious crimes. There are no remarks that are too crude.
To go ahead and combat that. Like, we've got to stop this. We've got to stop whining about how people talk about people who've accused them of serious felonies. Now, you know, if Trump is guilty of this sort of thing, if he did this act, then obviously the words would be too crude, but that would be far less important than the heinous act. We're focusing so much on words these days. It's like, look, if someone accuses you of sexual assault, then in my opinion, if it's untrue, you have full license to say whatever you want about them. They've burned any goodwill or credibility that would be owed. They're no longer entitled to polite society. Someone may make a false accusation. But that's me. And I'm weird. Let's look at this. Donald Trump cannot be held personally liable for crude and disrespectful remarks he made about a woman who accused him of rape. Justice Department lawyers said Monday in arguing for him to be replaced by the United States as defendant in a defamation suit. The argument here basically boils down to this. They're saying Donald Trump is the president of the United States. He was accused while president of the United States of things. He was asked about the accusation in an interview while conducting his official duties of interacting with the press. And during that interview, he answered these questions and he made statements about an ongoing matter of public concern as a public official in the conduct of his public duties. He cannot be personally liable. At that point, he is not Donald Trump.
13, you need a local check on from the company.
Therefore, if you want to sue someone for defamation, you've got to sue the United States itself because he is the president, he is representing the country, and that is the proper defendant. And of course, you can't sue the United States for defamation. So, if this motion passes, and we've tried this before, but they're trying it again. If this motion passes, then Donald Trump will be removed as defendant, and the case will be dismissed because you cannot sue the United States. It has sovereign immunity, and therefore it's done. You can't carry on the case, and your claims are gone. So now this is technically coming from
Riviera, 4490 East, 4000 North. Fulfill all information, no problem. He's out on his boat.
First of all, it seems to be that Biden and his administration had no idea that the Department of Justice was moving to intervene on behalf of Donald Trump. So it's not like he's like, well, you know what, I think that's not what happened here. But second, it should be what happened there, even if they did know about it, because
he is valid with an active appeal.
Should want to shield himself in a similar way. Look, if he is at a press conference and he is responding,
he's the respondent, protected persons, and Mindy Simpson,
and he makes a statement that they will
two children, both addresses in Bradley.
While he's acting as president, he should be subject to the same sovereign protections that the state would afford when he's acting as the state's representative that it afforded to Donald Trump and every other president in history. This is the thing. Yes, presidents are capable of suing someone, and you can take them in a civil lawsuit for any civil tort. You can do that. Presidents are not immune from civil liability. However, when they are in the course of their official duties, acting in an official way, and they're not straying egregiously from that official conduct, then you can't hold them liable per se. You just can't. And maybe that's unfair, but in that case, the answer is impeachment. We have a political answer to all of these concerns that come out about how presidents act, and it is impeachment. If it's that egregious, if they are out there defaming people on public television,
he's getting called for a lockout, 1725 East Peter.
Liable due to this sort of immune structure, then you got to impeach him for it. That's why it exists. It's a political solution to a problem for which there is not a legal answer. Okay, so the lawyers told the Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals that responding to allegations of misconduct falls within activities that form part of any president's office. He was acting within the scope of his office and denying wrongdoing, and White House reporters asked him about claims by columnist E. Jean Carroll in a June 2019 book that he attacked her in the mid-1990s at an upscale Manhattan department store The lawyers from the Washington office of the Justice Department wrote, elected public officials can and often must address allegations regarding personal wrongdoing that inspire doubt about their suitability for office, the lawyer said. Such wrongdoing can include not only the serious charges of criminal behavior leveled here, but a range of issues including fraud and malfeasance. Officials do not step outside the bounds of their office simply because they are addressing questions regarding allegations about their personal lives. Even reprehensible conduct can fall within the scope of employment, the lawyers said. Now, what reprehensible conduct are they talking about? Are they talking about the allegations Jean Carroll made? No. They're talking about Trump saying mean things about someone who just accused him of rape. Again, I don't know why we're here. I don't know how we still get this where, believe all victims of rape. It's not even about that. If someone falsely accuses you of a heinous crime and it's meant to destroy you while marketing their book, and this entire interaction is completely manufactured around this sort of idea, then you should have full license to do whatever you want about them.
Safe, you, safe, me, safe.
Of course you should. This is crazy. What she said about Donald Trump, if that's a lie, if he did not actually assault her, then what she said about him is more egregious, more cruel, and more horrible than anything he could possibly say about her looks, or about her lies, or anything else. This is insanity. But again, we've seen this over and over and over again. It is cancel culture. It is the modern way. People are looking at things in the realm of Twitter. The words that are insulting are more egregious than serious accusations about me that are not true. And that needs to change. At least that's what I think. What do you guys think? Drop a comment down below and let me know. Until next time, peace.
I think I need a sparrow.
Hang on.
I apologize. Did you ask me what his charges were?
Before I had K-12 on the phone, she wasn't able to get through to you. She's trying to find out if he had additional charges other than 99. She's trying to get with his lawyer and get bond.
Okay. I'm sorry, the word and talking about
Oversight and investigation staff.
Or I'll try to reach K-12 back at this hospital.
I'll go in there. I don't want any duplicate people.
Yeah, but
Around that same time, I publicly said that there were signs that the virus could develop into a worldwide threat. So noted at that time. My concern that China may not be accurately reflecting the scale or scope of the problem, and that China is failing to share information with global health organizations. Unfortunately, my concerns proved to be true. From the beginning, my goal has been to ensure a robust federal response to the threat and to better understand the origin of the virus. Today, as we emerge...
37 activity at Machine Tool, 1990 East Maple, 1990 East Maple, 1017 State. He is a property owner. He has one. There's a male white that started videoing them. I know where the subject is now.
fellow Americans. And this body has trillions of dollars to support the U.S. economy during the pandemic. We, the people, have an absolute right to know everything the U.S. government knows about the origin of the coronavirus. On May 8th this year, to the Director of National Intelligence and the Secretary
K11, just for information, the offender vehicle was a Ford F-150 blue in color, 28 31055.
what the government knows about the origin of the coronavirus. I received some intelligence products, and that product
That's 28 partial, not coming back to anything.
supports my belief that the ongoing review of its origin can't leave any stone unturned. The effort must be a whole of government approach. In response to my letter, the National Institute of Health, an agency within the Department of Health and Human Services, stated that it hasn't funded gain-of-function research on coronavirus. Recent reports have cast doubts on that position. Dr. Fauci, his unit provided $3 and 4/10 million in taxpayer grants to a research organization called Health Alliance. That group then issued sub-grants to the Wuhan Institute of Virology. We reported that from this $3 and 4/10 million, somewhere between 600,000 and 826,000 was sent to the Wuhan Institute of Virology. By the way, is U.S. taxpayer money. It was spent on researching that coronavirus. As the Wall Street Journal noted last week, it's likely that the Wuhan Institute of Virology was doing gain-of-function research. That research could have strengthened the virus to the version that caused the global pandemic. Dr. Fauci has said that Chinese scientists are trustworthy. That, and I quote him,
Great taste, power packs to unleash your energy. Try Centrum Multigummy, now with the new look.
we generally always trust the grantee to what they say. And I can't guarantee that a grantee hasn't lied to us because you never know. End of quote. He also said, quote again, I can't guarantee everything that's going on in the Wuhan lab. We can't do that. End of quote. What a complete nonsense and a mess that it is.
Wait, right there, my opinion, but go ahead with it.
Okay, I'm Robert 12 will be in route 3530 East Road.
Like your road.
We're about to roll around, get fire. How does that work? It's a red Chevy. Right, wearing the pallet to Alonzo Sanchez, 1475 North Arthur Birch, on a red 99 Chevy.
Secretary. He's also a Fox Business contributor. So, very positive trip for President Biden. Shouldn't he enjoy himself over there? Get back here at home, there's disasters galore that he's got to deal with. Well, having been on a few of those trips, you really never enjoy them. Today I'm going to show you the family tree of Kamala Harris, a prominent U.S. politician from a mixed-race family. I'll also be talking about the terms race and ethnicity and how they come into play when researching one's family.
Go 714. There's a subject, year 1019, refers to some items of your sub 15 that left at the bakery.
Father is Donald Harris, born in Jamaica, but immigrated to the U.S., where he became a professor of economics at Stanford University.
That's when you think of as a handicap plate.
The two individuals who had the biggest influence on him during his upbringing in Jamaica were his two grandmothers, known as Miss Cushy and Miss Iris. Miss Cushy owned and operated a dry goods store in Brownstown. The name Brownstown comes from its founder, Hamilton Brown, an Irish slave owner, who, according to Donald, was an ancestor of Cushy Brown. This fact made the rounds last year when several far-right media outlets tried to make Kamala Harris look like a hypocrite, like that her Jamaican ancestors were a bunch of slave owners. Here's the thing. Like I mentioned in my video on Barry Gordy, most Black Americans have at least one male somewhere on their family tree because of the sad fact that during the period of American slavery, slavers often raped themselves when they enslaved. But this doesn't change the fact that far more people on their tree were likely on the other side of that equation, as enslaved individuals of African descent. So how these facts are supposed to make Kamala look bad is beyond me. Anyhow, let's now look at the other side of her family. Her mother, Shyamala Gopalan. She was born in Chennai, India, but like Donald, immigrated to the U.S. The two actually met during their graduate studies at UC Berkeley, and they were both involved in the U.S. Civil Rights Movement. But whereas Donald studied economics, Shyamala...
Caleb, I'm not getting any responses.
As I mentioned in my recent video on the Marathas, India is more of a continent than a country, and therefore there's not really a single ethnicity. Indian. In Shyamala's case, it would be more accurate to say that her ethnicity was Tamil. This means that ethnically, Kamala is half. However, according to Kamala herself, she primarily identifies simply as Black. Which brings me to the topic of race and ethnicity. Let's look at the term ethnicity first. Generally speaking, ethnicity refers to a people group that lived in a particular region for a long period of time and ended up sharing a common language, history, and culture. Nowadays, DNA testing companies claim to give people an information here using a set of genetic samples from the world to estimate the regions that a person's ancestors likely came from. So in this sense, ethnicity has come to mean regional genetic variation, and thus has at least some sort of basis in science. The important thing to keep in mind, though, is that the total number of ethnic groups existing in the world today numbers in the hundreds, if not thousands, and the exact way in which all the various ethnic groups are divided, named, will vary depending on which research team is doing the work. Race, however, is something different. According to most experts today, race is simply a social construct and has no real basis in science. Although people have tried, you cannot scientifically determine race by rating skin tone, by measuring skulls, or by testing blood. The closest thing you can get to race in genetics is to simply organize ethnic groups by continent. So, for example, we can say that a person has primarily European ancestry, African ancestry, Asian ancestry, etc. But even there, it gets complicated because genetic variation doesn't always match neatly with continental lines.
13.
For example, without beginnings, quite distinct from
Statutes
sub-Saharan.
Dominion lockout. 1725 East Peter. 1725 East Peter will be a red 44.
So when we try to match genetic variation with very specific color words like white, black, brown, yellow, red, etc., the science of it all fades away very quickly, and we're mostly just stuck with social conventions, which sadly tend to be based more on prejudice and stereotypes than on anything scientific. So that's why it is usually said that race is a social construct. Most of the time, a person's race is simply a combination of how that person chooses to define themselves, and perhaps even more so, how society chooses to define them. In America, a person with one black parent, white parent, like Barack Obama, for example, is generally considered to be black.
What? You can stop by Christine at the first apartment on the east side that faces Christine. I'll walk right here.
Guys are dead in the water.
Oh, where to go? Oh, there's no tree.
20 minutes later, man. What the fuck is that?
Dude, Orford.
Oh, dude. It is no tree. What the fuck you talking about, man? The carrier. What's the fucking carrier?
Oh,
21.
Pomeranian.
Yeah, what, I
I'm watching what's the Marty Ackerman. You brought the fucking Pomeranian bowling? You brought it bowling. I didn't run it shoes. I'm not buying the fucking shirt. He's not taking your fucking turn, dude. Yeah, if my fucking ex-wife asked me to take care of a fucking dog after your boyfriend went to Honolulu, I told her to go fuck herself. Why can't she board it? First of all, dude, you don't have an ex. Secondly, this is a fucking show dog with fucking papers. You can't board it at different times. You can't hear all that. Walter, fucking dog has fucking papers. Huh? I'm sorry, Smokey. You were over the line at the top. Oh, shit. Mark at 8, dude. Oh, excuse me. Mark at 0 next spring. Bullshit. Mark at 8, dude. Smokey, this is not nom. This is bowling. There are rules. Hey, Walter, come on. It's just Smokey. So his toe slipped over a little, you know? And this is a league game. This determines who enters the next round robin. Am I wrong? Yeah, but I wasn't. Am I wrong? Yeah, but I wasn't over. Give me the marker, dude. I'm marking an 8. Smokey, my friend. If you're ever in a world of pain, Walter, you mark that frame and 8, you're entering the world of pain.
88 other
The whole world gone crazy!
88, you can return.
Am I the only one around here just to get about the rules? Mark it down.
Okay, thanks, Doug. Yeah, I'm working in the first turn.
Walter, you think I'm slipping around there working zero?
Income number 12, what you need in service? Patient was testing her life alert. Didn't realize she needed to answer the phone. We've instructed her how to do that.
Zero. You happy, crazy fuck? The league game.
Just shows what confidence looks like, which is why he has such high approval ratings across the board. Of course, he has high approval ratings from Democrats, but even among independents and Republicans, people don't have to worry all the time. They don't have to hold their breath when they see their president on television. They don't have to, shake their head and wonder the president's going to tell them to drink bleach. I mean, we now have a mature, experienced president, and thank goodness we do. A friend of him and I are on a race to see who gets canceled first. So hopefully, cancel also Facebook, but they can just look me at Madison Marquette.
It's clear that I love your name. How can people for about it?
Yeah, I thought that very quickly because I didn't know what to do. What to call myself? Couldn't call myself Swaggy Black, but that's a good answer to it. Which your posse man Claire, that's not really got the same ring to it. So www. Great British Bird, and that is for anybody that is struggling or in an area of, let's say, they're having struggling paedophilia, individual or child or anyone can get hold of them on that. And to private appointment for a 71-year-old male with private, it goes through to team, and we will research. So that's what that's there for. If you want to,
Fauci's favorite theory is that this virus came to us naturally from a bat to human. Theory is just saying.
The high fever time of space till 28 respirants.
I said many times, I feel the likelihood is still high that this is a natural occurrence. All the way back in February 2020, the Fauci got an email from a research saying, quote, one has to look really closely at all the sequences to see that some of the features potentially look engineered. Eddie, Bob, Mike, and myself all find the genome inconsistent with expectations from evolutionary theory. So, for over a year, while the lab leak theory was called a conspiracy.
Okay, now, so you're not 1931 East London. Just be advised, they tested positive for viral symptoms in May.
With Nicole Wallace, of course, over at MSNBC. Fauci had this to say.
Science is a dynamic process. So something that you know in January, you make a recommendation or a comment about it. As you get more and more information, the information leads you to change because that's what science is. It's a self-correcting process.
But if he really believes that, then why would he spend the pandemic desperately clinging to the theory that this thing did not come from a lab? I suspect it's because President Trump said the virus may have leaked from the Wuhan lab. The left went apoplectic. And with Fauci sticking to their liberal party line, he could accomplish three important things. Number one, he gained hero status among the left. They got to use him as a weapon against the president, and he became an instant icon. Fauci underwear. Number two, Fauci could hide any nefarious dealings he had with China by labeling a deadly theory just a conspiracy hoax. Turns out Dr. Fauci has had a lion's share of financial dealings throughout his organizations, including the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, which has an annual budget of, get this, $6.1 billion that they spend. So guess who got a ton of that money?
13.5. No history on the number. No background on the phone.
Post-pandemic lifestyle, Mick Jagger would be envious of. A senior tech guy, small in stature, non-threatening. He worked for the Trump administration, and he disagreed with Trump in an election year. That was unheard of. Dr. Fauci carried the left's water for them, and he was paid handsomely with money, fame, and power. All the vices he needed to perpetuate the big lie. Though, Fauci's upcoming book was shoved on both Amazon and Barnes & Noble. But can't say I'm too disappointed. Remember back in March, the former director of the CDC, this is very important, folks, Dr. Robert Redfield said this to CNN Lab 5 months prior to when we were together. So let's connect the dots in the Fauci big lie. In September of 2019, if Redfield is right, the virus leaks from the lab.
In January 2020, Chinese New Year, millions of Wuhan citizens celebrate. The virus goes passing from person to person, city to city, and eventually country to country. The rest is history, folks. 3.7 million people worldwide are now dead. 595,000 of those are Americans dead. You may have been saying, if you listen to Dr. Wakefield and all those Chinese doctors who are trying to tell us the Wuhan lab leaked a deadly virus. Who knows how many moms, sons, daughters would still be here if Fauci didn't provide cover for the Chinese government playing God with Mother Nature. Who knows, folks? Who knows? By the way, that 2020 Chinese New Year I referenced earlier, yeah, it was the year of the rat. Now, I have an idea on whose face should be in the history books as the representative
Here's a heaven of plan.
of the rat. Joining me now to discuss is Senator Ron Johnson of Wisconsin. Senator, thank you so much for being here. So this is big breaking news. The Fauci emails released because of FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. What's your response? What's your reaction to the email?
Well, Erico, first of all, I think the Fauci House of Cards is beginning to crumble. But the fact of the matter is, the evidence of this has been hiding in plain sight for literally months. And because of my advocacy for early treatment, which is something else that I think Dr. Fauci needs to provide answers for as well, in terms of why early treatment is denied the American public for well over a year. Because of that, I've been in touch with world-renowned medical practitioners and medical researchers who pretty well come to the conclusion this was a manufactured a long time ago. But we couldn't talk about it because the mainstream media, the social media, in the back pocket of Democrats and the left, and just on President Trump, to press disinformation, like to suppress information on hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, potentially drugs that could have saved tens of thousands of lives. Still not widely available because of that censorship. They almost made us not ask those questions. They're calling us racist.
No background.
A Wuhan lab leak was racist against Chinese people. That is now, in hindsight, ridiculous. Number one. Number two, may have cost literally thousands of lives, maybe millions of lives. Now, I'll give the Washington Post credit for doing an FOIA request. I got a feeling this is probably not what they were looking for, but they had to release this anyway. But no, the press is complicit in this. They will never admit they're wrong, which means it's going to be very difficult to uncover the truth in terms of what happened according to COVID, how we mishandled so many different things, how many lives were lost because of the way mistakes were made. Senator, a very important comment. The press is complicit in this. And I will tell you, I was hosting conservative shows at the beginning of the pandemic, and Fauci came on. And we had discussions about masks. Yes, he flip-flopped. I don't care about that. But as time progressed, Fauci realized that he was becoming a darling of the left because he was basically saying the opposite of what President Trump was saying, and he stopped coming on conservative television, as we put out in the book. He spent the day after all these emails get released, he spent the day today on CNN and MSNBC, and they give him softball interviews. Is the press complicit? Is the press... Forget the press for a second. Is Fauci guilty of conspiracy, and will we see him tried or in front of some sort of judge or panel talking about whether he committed a conspiracy to hide the truth with the Chinese government?
1485
function research has been known
vehicle sitting next to the hydrant with a male occupant.
in plain sight, the media wouldn't cover it. So we do need to question Anthony Fauci, probably under oath somewhere, probably not in Congress, but
vehicle with blue Chevy Tahoe.
Yeah, there are some real issues here. There's absolutely no doubt about it.
Grand juries have a tendency to open up and find a lot of things because they had access to a lot of things other than those. And they get access really to the redacted parts of some of those emails. There was one of those emails from Facebook and Fauci, and they redacted it. It's some sort of reason that they said was it would open up Facebook to some market risks. How about 600,000 Americans dying?
Exactly. I lost faith in Dr. Fauci very early in the pandemic when the Republican Senate conference call. I asked him, because he's promoting these widespread shutdowns. I asked him, Dr. Fauci, are you considering the human toll, the economic devastation that you're suggesting here
He just pretty well blew off the question, dismissed and said, Senator, that's not my department. Somebody else has to worry about that. I thought doctors had precondition here. And again, I the brunt of the mainstream media's criticism of anybody that would question Dr. Fauci. But I think we're proving him wrong, time and time again, including ignoring and denying early treatment by use of some of these cheap, generic, repurposed drugs.
Sure, that one, but also while he's telling people on television that that the whole idea of leaking from a Wuhan lab was a conspiracy theory and a joke and maybe even racist. Meanwhile, a Chinese doctor, I believe, sends him an email thanking him for downplaying the Wuhan lab theory. Now we know is very credible theory. By the way, the YouGov poll out yesterday said 58% of all Americans, 58%, not just Republicans, all Americans believe that definitely or probably the COVID from the Wuhan lab. That includes everyone. Only 18% said probably false. So Fauci's out there in the media, becoming a rock star to the left, denying a theory that people believe, number one, and number two, Chinese government or doctors are thanking him for denying.
Of course, we know China is completely complicit and guilty here because even from the lab, they knew that this was happening. That's been revealed. And they shut down air travel within China, and yet they allowed air travel around the rest of the world, so the coronavirus infect the rest of the world and kill hundreds of thousands of people. So China is absolutely guilty. I doubt we'll ever get hard and fast evidence because they've had 18 months to destroy it because he covered up for them, which is one of the things he needs to be held accountable for.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Topic two, President Biden earlier today at his latest briefing, take a listen to what he had to say.
Each of you has the power to help us gain this freedom as a nation. You can get a shot this week, be fully vaccinated by July 4th, by the week of July the 4th. And you can celebrate Independence Day, free from fear or worry.
Since when does Joe Biden get to decide when and how Americans celebrate?
Well, unfortunately, the state of fear that the Democrats and the media created around COVID has actually made many Americans just willing to get freedom. And it's been a real tragedy of COVID. But, the fact of the matter is, I was a huge supporter of Operation Warp Speed. I'm glad that millions of Americans have been rejected to the vaccine. But I'm also highly concerned about the VAERS report, which seems to be largely ignored by the CDC, the NIH, and other companies. We've had over 3,000 deaths that have occurred within 30 days of vaccination. 1,500 of those have occurred on day 0, 1, or 2. And we're previously infected, like myself. How much pressure on me to get a vaccine, although we're starting to see
7779 people at 211 7774.
Be honest with the American public and investigating.
We push these vaccines out so fast, we don't know, even though the original vaccines, what the long-term health effects may be of that. Let's take a look at another thing. Senator Joe Biden earlier today at a briefing, once again, listen how he addresses the black community. Just listen.
We're also working with the Black Coalition Against COVID and other organizations to launch a new initiative called Shots at the Shop. Beauty shops are hubs of activity and information in the black and brown communities in particular, but in many communities across the nation. Local barbers, stylists become key advocates for vaccinations in their communities.
Yes, Senator,
211-7779 boy. Clearville to Chris and Kathy Larson out of Murrayville out of Chevy Utility.
Can't come at 27, 1060 checking the area.
Go.
Sign Charles Henry Lincoln, Adam Roberts, Sam Motion North, first name is Chris, middle Adam, 823 56,
536, he's returning clear valid. 512, pending call. Louis residence not in progress, 300 North Kennedy, apartment 1. Caller got home after a few days and 4 firearms are missing. Back for 53.
Attached to a death report for a 1057 that occurred overnight at Martinsville.
Can't go back to
Go ahead.
you show me 1041. Four, 5, 12. Good. West out, there's a pending burglary at 300 North Kennedy. You get it from dispatch when you're loaded up, ready to go.
Bob,
I'll be clear on if we'll locate anything. And we'll do our operators back.
L2 forward. And 1090.
Good.
1090, 956 East Sheridan, 956 East Sheridan, residence meals, the entry exit door.
Fifth. 10-4. Okay, so you can go to 375 West Mulberry Street, meet with Allison Potter, reference to hit and run to her white Chevy Impala occurred overnight. Go for it.
Hamlet to arriving Riverside.
Okay. Okay, hop to 12 on 28 when you're ready. Boy, M. Mary 95691. D. Boy, M. Mary 95691. Clear Valley, our caller. 27 past Clear Valley. Thanks.
Over. For sure. What was that service?
status. Tom, checking your status. Go from CanCom, checking your status. Okay, go ahead and say some phone. Yes, thank you, sir.
CanCom 544 is 23.
All their status go on the way, they'll stand by to let just off the roadway. Everybody turns up the flashers on.
Okay, we carried on that. I'm calling from Cow Park, so it might be a minute.
Yeah, people. My status is still full. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn my radio on when I got out of the vehicle. I have an ROF for hit and run accident. Hey, bud. If you need room.
Adam 674 direct. About 278167273.
Stewart is clear valid with an active CCL.
This is quick.
10-4.
And go in.
Yeah, check it back to the park. Alright. That makes sense.
But
State Highway 413. Can you send Volkers my location up off the flat top?
10-4. Do you have a spare in there with you?
I forgot the third one.
Yeah, let's do that one. Try for these little days. 10-4.
Channel 21.
Okay, come on.
One left, one more observed, and 3 citations issued. All allowed by today.
10-4. Adam 16, come.
calls with the Robert Shelter at 630 North Rosewood Avenue, 630 North Rosewood Avenue. Stated he was working outside, verifying all his information, no problem with the 911.
Thanks.
Yeah. Some fires also. Pages to walking at our station. 4.
I'll be out and check the depot. No need for status.
Yeah, one. A call for 34 St. Francis. Lawn mowing equipment that was taken within the last 20 to 30 minutes while he's been there. He does not have any suspect information on.
That work.
X-ray 10. X-ray 10. Just for 43, there'll be a call pending for unknown 911 in the area 5194, South Route 4552. Just sound like subjects doing yard work in the background.
Okay, I can handle that.
Well, speaking with someone, you said there's a abandoned 911.
Yeah, for X38, if she could take care of it. Can't come in on toilet space.
Temporary master. Actually, 10.
Good, Jacob.
Okay, and now when they called back in, advised it was accidental pocket dial, confirmed all information, no problem.
Jacob, we can disregard.
Template, 38.
Dennis. Temper.
Jacob 11.
Killing that.
No, that was Ramsey. I'm going to give him a 59 over behind St. Mary's. Elderly man that's complaining heat. So,
536 King Kong.
go ahead.
Can
Can you meet with the subject at 1019, reference to stuffed motor vehicle occurred Kennedy Auto Sales? Temper.
Ten 8 to 10:50, report on file, hold me down 19 on registration. Welcome.
Pepper. Pepper. Six 10. Extra call, but 217 was a 21 in reference to an extra patrol we had for North Maple. They just used the 43. X-ray 53. Take the fire. This was some type of metal object in the roadway, 3000 East Route 17. Their closest units in Gilman. Should be in the westbound lane.
Good, Jacob.
Miss Dow 911, 8000 East and River North Road. The pocket out for more information. They were at a cookout.
Disregard. 6 10 from 14. Let me know if that's in regards to 75 North River.
I don't figure.
Two 66 Southwest, reviewing the video from my earlier 250.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Five 146 15146.
Like this, upstairs.
Ten four.
Okay, I'm like 44, I'm 23. How's that figures? By 15 out of service. It's going to be Timmy from this address. We're going to be about the 89 Big Chief or the 1017 West gets a lot of private information. The 44. Just want to confirm with you, you said my subject has now looked forward in detail.
The 480 does have active CP on it. Here you go. 10, Kanka. Welfare check on a 17-year-old, a Gregory Tyson. 1017 Jamie Hammock, believes he possibly lives at 205 West Fifth Apartment 4. He called the 1013, made a threat to harm himself. He did advise he was going to go by a 1032, or she's unsure if he did.
Last name spelling Sam Henry Adam Ida Lincoln David Ida. First name spelling King Henry Adam Lincoln Edward David. Middle A Adam. 1210 of 51. 1210 of 51.
Fact 36, Cleves, clear, valid. X-ray 38.
Going. Fire officer. Go ahead for base. I'm trying to call those two.
Go ahead.
Grayson. Off on Rock that street.
Wait. 527 West Beaver. 1017 advises there's a female cervic yelling in the area. Believes there was something about a 1032. Okay. I'll be en route.
Next 38, that phone number to call.
Cover. Cover. 715147.
He's got 568 in service. Gun 610. Correct address is 205 West 5th.
Cover. I believe so that was supposed to be the address, apartment number 4. We have a New World under the mother's name.
Follow up to family footage. My
Felton 13 or 23. Can't come at 53. Debris has been moved from the roadway. You can pass me the alarm call. Okay, 10. What's the name of the person we're looking for?
Yeah, Gregory Tyson.
Go ahead. They have excellent video of the 1050. I gave them my business card to the detective bureau address. Yeah, I told him to email the video to them for my 1050. I'll be today.
$5602, $5601. Fire off 6. Nobody's answering the door. The apartment's dark. And the neighbor says his truck isn't here. Can we get further? Go ahead. Are you taking a report for stolen vehicle from the auto center? I am. I'm over here for something pretty similar in the same area. We'll check the camera conflict. Except for you have a date because he's saying maybe sometime last week. He's gonna go back and check some video as well.
And for you can go ahead and put me 10 at 8. She must have went back inside.
Okay, I'm 5323.
Yeah. Just 43. The caller had also advised that subject's mother works at Yanni's. He didn't know if he wanted to stop by there and see if we can locate her.
Or I believe the Youngins is closed right now.
Tough one.
the mother's name.
G. George, and Nora, G. David, T. Tom, 13 F. Sam, 622-80426.
Five 36, it's not coming back with any registered owner, however, it is returning to a Chevy Trailblazer 2006.
X38, you can 22.
Jason. There's a call pending for a disabled vehicle in front of Texas Roadhouse in the right-hand turning lane.
Confirm with staff, accidental, no problem. Change.
Super.
Then I'll be Otter County.
Go ahead.
1041. So, EP 15567.
Vehicle codes by Clarabelle. It's a Tyler and Lonnie Blanchard out of Pearson on a 2015 Jeep.
10-4, thank you.
Okay, got a 6 cents. notified to the somewhere over on the East Division.
44 test.
Careful. Five one's going. Second truck.
Still at 51, I have you en route. 17 Stratton South.
Can't come back 44.
544.
I'll be clear from here. They have information in case they find anything on footage. I'll be en route over to Mike's Guns for a follow-up now. Go. Camcom 715, 1042, I'm Jacksonville. Oral ambulance 51 on scene.
Ambulance 51 on scene.
Show one also.
On scene. That's 353.
Would you be able to head towards 17 Stratton Drive? We're on 50X of a mail carrier, possibly having a stroke. She's in her vehicle. Could also be a diabetic reaction. They need someone to stand by to lock up her vehicle.
Can't go 544 down at Mike Stones.
Straight out traffic control.
Bye.
15 Washington. There's no registration. 441, 4 Henry, 85441. Red Focus, 1 occupant.
Never.
Mike Clay 30.
Good.
That's 30.
Okay, you said that's report for domestic 9 progress, possibly occurred 1030 South Washington. The caller, the victim, is no longer in the area.
Cancel.
38 chicken.
First shift 21, second shift 21.
On water main 911, 14 feet from what would be 310 South Rebar. No history on that number. Voicemail call back. Double.
Down at 655 Lewis, Urbana, Colorado.
10,014.
714.
Please send in further warning.
Regina.
Up that 40.
Good.
That's up to 593 service. Report.
8344.
Gonna be 10A with ROF.
Take out from Robert 3.
Go ahead.
Tom Robert 2. You don't need to base that with 10-4 direct. We'll interrupt and confer with all things.
Software.
Tom, ambulance 51's transferring one to St. Mary's.
Ambulance 51 going to St. Mary's.
Vehicle is turned over to the postal service. Service return.
Software.
Paul Berry, reference case number 23693.
Come at 53. Staff on scene took possession of the mail truck. Good night, Fort Christie. Thirty there. It's all quiet. It'll be today. That works.
That's the shot fire case. I'll be out on scene to transport.
On 43 came down.
143.
43, we're paging ATL fire up 20 from umpire that's overheated. Can't come like 35. You can dash that ball as well. Getting out there. 71 en route.
71, I have you en route, Diamond Point Park.
Six, 512.
Yeah, we're
$5.15. 538, 546. Give me 21, please.
Let me fucking block this fucking stupid motherfucker that I'm on a suit.
Yes, the one thing.
Okay, count 51 is at St. Mary's.
St. Mary's.
Yeah. 39, go ahead. On Washington, just north of North Street. 4 Victor 76361. 4 Victor 76361. It's a black Chevy.
Transcom 6%.
Can't come 706 traffic. Yep.
706 button.
Clinic second. 20 is going to be Charles X-ray 88076. CX 88076. Almost taking one time.
Franklin second.
Here. K11, Kangaroo.
List one.
Some type of domestic issue. It's rolling at this time. I get their location, see if they even want to meet or not.
Silver. K10 or 13, can you check that out real quick? Take them out. Take them out.
Yeah, they were Skyler and Station northbound from there. Still trying to get an updated location.
Diamond Point, triaging both. Ambulance 72, we'll advise when you guys get here.
Curtain, you can disregard. Okay, set on my Skyler report. What's the description of the vehicle?
Blue Ford Fusion.
There's no other background or history. You can disregard.
K10, Kangaroo.
Go ahead.
Probably going to be in the library parking lot. And he just acted.
Silver. I'm out, I believe, on the library.
Tower.
Removal. Team South Walnut, Nancy Dickory, removal of it. Diane, man, she's currently on the front porch, banging on the door. Black vehicle.
Level. Okay, Mark 5. The male half now retained the female in the blue fusion both in the side of the house. Have a traffic stop on the car here. Station there and again. Search Merchant Indian.
Tower, Merchant Indiana.
Going to be C. Charles S. Band 93204. C. Charles S. Band 93204. The Blue Ford Fusion. Two children also in the car.
Tower, R5.
disorderly conduct, 602 Aspen Drive. 1017 that Linda advised the girl across the street, called her a few names.
Sir, you need to go head back to the library. Yeah, but like church by a hand handle like SUV, I believe.
Careful. On 13. And the subject to where you are, he's one is item.
Never.
And 10, what's he say? 50, or that she had? He didn't say, we're on our way.
Wait, everything's passed, or it was a different subject here. She was okay with that person being here. Kind of.
Never.
Can it come? I think I was outside and thinking.
$39. 24 citation, I blocked today.
You got me 271.
Go ahead.
Engine 75 will be here now for that shortly. We just had a power outage in town.
10-4.
Good. North, 16676 Charles North, 166 29 owner of vehicle.
27, further.
Firefighter Monk from Gray.
Ambulance 1, 273 South 3rd for 31-year-old female difficulty breathing. Ambulance 1, 273 South 3rd for difficulty breathing. Have a page 1423, respond on city fire.
Clear, valid.
Firefighter Monk from Gray. What's your situation like down there?
My patient is signing a refusal, and I'll be heading back that way.
10-4. 72 from 71. We're going to be pushing refusal 1 transport.
Message received. You can show ambulance 72 on the return.
Message received, 72's on the return.
Yeah, I'm an attorney at C1 East Division. 1-story, doctor's office. Something showing from 2 sides. We'll be out investigating and 75 lab. Next screen.
Hit 75, you have me to command.
43 10-4, 139, are you 10-4?
No, we're all be clear.
Okay, we'll wait for you. 23. Can't go 614 and 18 on Cena.
Yeah, 4.
You want to show me how to turn it off? You get a tax over can't come.
Okay.
Could you 25 name yourself off, please?
Working for all units. Mail have got a couple items. They both in separate ways.
I'll be cleared from the scene, 535, being advised for the detectives.
K-Town 530. Sorry, sir.
Good one. Good.
I know you're just coming on, but I have a phone vehicle report. When I search the VIN in-house, it shows on May 25th at 1 a.m. Hickey City impounded this vehicle. I don't know if you could check into it for me. I can give you the VIN if you want to look into it.
My partner got a phone call from Erica. Her name is different with this.
Yeah, well, I'll head over there and check it out in a minute. Do you already have the VIN?
Zero now, 42, 46, 41.
Nine so far?
Usually kind of on board when you see Charles today. Okay, 27.
27.
I'll get the schedule to you later. However, 38 and 39 are going to be east. 46 will be west. 46 and I will be on a detail at 1,500 hours. Just for a short one.
So far.
Yeah, we all 200 out, St. Mary's.
One East Division, there's going to be no problem. Alarm was set off due to the power outage. You got a key holder en route?
Yep.
All right, we're going to be in service returning. There'll be nothing unfounded.
Accident at 3rd and Birch, no injuries.
Simple, I'll hit that way just a minute.
Southwest.
Cover.
One's out of St. Mary's.
Okay, that's good. You meet me at 3,500 north, by southeast, west, please pick up that one. 76.
.463 North Rosewood. 463 North Rosewood for a battery victim. We were up to a paging out fire. Still getting further.
And from our side, I'm going to be going to that details. Want to head into it. Guns are out. Can't come up both parties on scene.
Let's go try and get further. The only thing I have is no weapons. The subject was hit in the eye. I believe they're still on scene. There's a lot of background.
Simple enough. In case you get any calls about our splash pad, I have somebody coming in to reset it and turn it back on again.
Are we digging call from Mantino Dialysis Center, 643.
Central, I'll put that way, but which other?
Engine 75 Avenue, not 3rd and Birch.
We got a flag male running white t-shirt on his neck and westbound.
Correct. I for the PD is a PIU.
June 75 is on scene, minor two-vehicle accident, both cars are upright, everybody's ambulatory. I'll be out investigating.
Engine 75 on scene.
Yeah, I got 14.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah, shit. 402 off.
17 sounds like, it sounds like a dog crying. All they have is someone in the Mr. Kathy, anonymous caller.
Rear Park Unit, you advise 418, new number. Come on.
Yeah, 400 North Rosa.
706.
117, 1500 north, 28 Charles, 18844. TV 18844 / Jeep 110.
Notify number. Okay, perfect. Yeah, fine. That works.
Yeah, constitution.
6 yeah.
Thank you.
643, fire is en route or on scene at Birch and 3rd, just for airbag deployment.
Yep.
So let me find out exactly what's going on.
Good service return.
Service return.
Data.
Right.
Oh, your victims are going to be at Oak and Rosewood. Oak and Rosewood.
Okay.
Or
I mean,
working with PD.
163 North Rosewood. 13th out to 17. I'm gonna try to locate that small hat.
So, that was all called team out. That's how it, how I'm feeling.
Chipper.